conversations meet good coffee. Every Tuesday night, Bayou and The Mayor go live to talk grooming, mental health, coffee, culture, gadgets and toys, and the gear that actually matters. No fluff, no filters, just real talk. This is the show that keeps it raw, real, bold, and unapologetic. So grab your mug and get ready to growl.
Growl, growl, growl. I don't know if that went through or not.
I didn't hear any sound, but I don't think I ever do.
Okay, well, I normally hear sound, and it paused severely.
Well, you can't, having paws and claws is part of growling, right?
Yeah, I reckon so. All right. So, okay. Copy of the Weekly Growl scheduled. Why is there a copy scheduled? I don't know why there's a copy scheduled, but okay, there's the real thing is happening as we speak. And of course, our very first fan in was Dan. And then we got Moonbeam's Lighthouse, my beautiful lady. And then, of course, our fan favorite.
Howdy, partner.
Ellie's here. Dang, it says a wolf doesn't growl. How do you know? When's the last time you got cornered with a wolf?
I would say it's not known for its growl. I would agree with that.
Well, I didn't think the cats growled, and watch another cat come around my cat's food bowl. Oh, okay, Dagan. Not like that. All right, I forgive you then. Oh, man. So before we go into a little further, I'm looking forward. I wanted to share a little something with everybody. Or let's see. Yeah, an image. I'm going to do an image if I can. Just not sure where it is because, I did all of this, on the fly just now. And
what is it?
Well, I will let you know in just a moment if I can pull it up.
Well, while you're pulling that up, let's all take a minute for Dolly Parton, right?
That's exactly what it was.
I knew it. I beat you to it because you didn't have your graphics ready. No, but like seriously, how sad is that? I was crying at the news a little bit, and it felt like a friend was gone. How about you?
Oh, definitely. And what was really sad is my wife was watching it on TV, of course, and I was sifting through the mail. But anyway, still in all, I can't find the picture. Okay, well, we're thinking about her. So we saw us. I think it's on Fox News. I won't swear to it. Hopefully, you can hear me better now. I didn't realize my mic was so far away.
That is better.
All right. They interviewed Kathy Lee Gifford. You remember for Regis and Kathy Lee?
I couldn't forget it if I tried.
Yeah. Well, they interviewed her, and apparently she and Dolly were really close friends. And that poor lady just couldn't hold the tears back. I mean, husky, burly, strong man like me, and I was choking up.
Yeah.
And just telling beautiful stories about, the impact that Dolly had in her life. And it's like, man, it's great for Dolly. She's moved on to a better place, but sad for the rest of us poor schleps stuck here.
She did really kind of was the icon of the industry. I was talking to my mom about other people who could do what she did and kind of like start in music, but then just be a class act the whole way through. And then, give back like she did, all the giving that, maybe Taylor Swift could do it if she feels like it, but we're lost without her in a way. Like there's nobody. There's nobody
Yeah,
that singer, songwriter, uh
yeah,
sad. It's like when we lost Michael Jackson. Do you feel the same way?
definitely. The world lost a vital piece of history, if you will, but losing her. And want to say hello, Chelsea, over there on the TT. Yeah, we lost a piece of history, and just you said about the giving back. They said that she gave back over $500 million. Over 500 million, dude. That's not chump change.
No.
I mean, granted, we know somebody in this world who probably pays that. Well, no, he doesn't pay that much in taxes. He probably doesn't pay any taxes, but the world's first trillionaire.
Oh, I don't know. I like his cars. I love it's like, do you ever feel like there's always a Tesla car on the road right by you?
Yes.
Okay. Because I certainly do. I always like seeing them. I think what it is they manufactured the seams, right? Like between the hood and the doors. They're much smaller than every other company. Would you say that's true? It just looks like it's almost like uniform.
It is, man. That they look so cool, and they're actually very smooth riding vehicles. I don't know if you've ever ridden in one, but I have on a couple occasions. There's a guy here in town that does Uber in a Tesla, and I was really, really surprised because Louisiana is not known for its smooth roads and highways. And then in Lafayette, the Iowa roads are pretty doggone bad. And man, that car rode so smoothly. And of course, there's no vibration from the engine.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, my wife really likes them because of the driving assist stuff. Because she wants me to have one so I can go back to driving again, get my license again. And
Have you been to a Tesla store? Like I've been Somerset Malls. Like I don't go a lot because I don't have a lot of money, but it's kind of near here, and they have a Tesla store, and I've walked through it a few times with my kids and stuff. It's pretty fun to just like think about which one you get. I would definitely get like the really expensive one, like the sports car. Have you seen it?
oh yeah, I want one of the fast ones, of course.
Yes, of course.
And then my wife really wants the Cybertruck. She loves the Cybertruck. I think it
Yeah.
looks silly, but if you put a wrap on it, it doesn't look so bad.
You don't like, so you think first of all, I think it just hits people because it's so different than everything else out there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's silly. I don't know. I think it just hits you. And then I like the wraps. We get down, like with my job, I'm all over the Detroit area. We see a lot more of them. There's some that are like like the iridescent color ones. Have you seen those? Like the hypercolor. Remember the hypercolor t-shirts and stuff? Like
Yeah.
it's blue and then it's yellow going the other way.
Oh wow, really? Oh, then
Yeah.
that's cool, man. That is so cool.
I kind of want to do that to myself sometimes, like people rap, right?
Yeah, hypercolor face.
I don't know.
I heard once upon a time ago that they brought back hypercolor.
Probably, but it wasn't really. I mean, you had to have somebody's hand on you. What do you like? All the time, it was like the big funny thing is where you put the hand at, right?
Exactly. And
we were so wild in the 90s. Like that was like you had a hand here, something. Whoa, right?
Yeah, well,
that's what we did.
You didn't wear hypercolor shorts out in public.
If there were shorts, there weren't really in our area. Our parents were too conservative.
Yeah, well, there were a few people who had them, and yeah, they had handprints in inappropriate places, of course. And I just remember though my hypercolor shirt. I don't remember what color it would turn because by the end of the night, we'd all be soaking wet from dancing.
Okay, that's cool,
I
dude.
yeah, I used to want
So did you
before
have
I,
like was it like the did you do you know what Jabot jeans are?
oh God, my favorite pair of jeans were Jabot jeans that got cut off of me when I got shot in New Orleans.
Oh shit. Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, I definitely like I was the kid, my parents like school shopping, my brothers got like 4 pairs of jeans and I got one because I had to have that.
Yeah.
But I was still happy.
Oh yeah, but I love the
And
way
that one
Jabot's
it
fit
true.
though.
The other thing is that one pair of jeans probably cost as much or more than the other four.
Oh, it did, but it lasted just as long as those four.
They were good. They were
Yeah,
qual
they were definitely high quality, and I loved the belt loop on them on the front. You know what I'm talking about?
for sure.
Yeah,
Well, wait,
somebody
are you
had to
talking about
teach
the
me
white
that.
label that was on the fly? That's how you knew. No,
No, I love the white label and fly, but remember there was this little loop that was underneath the buttonhole,
oh yeah.
and somebody had to teach that to me. I didn't know. You took your belt buckle and you threaded it through that little loop to keep your belt in place.
See, I thought it was like a trick to teach the younger kids to do that to the button right there because it would go over the button, but then when you had to go to the bathroom, it was terrible because they got
Nah.
they got me once. I think I don't know
Yeah, well, yeah, it was to keep your belt in place. I don't even remember who taught us that, but it's like because everybody. Now, granted, I went to a Catholic school, so we were in uniforms Monday through Thursday, and we didn't have a jean day every Friday, but damn near every Friday. So on Fridays, everybody was wearing their jabots. I don't think anybody, when I was in high school, I don't think anybody wore Z Cavaricis. Don't know if you
oh
guys had those.
yeah, we had a few though. That was right. They were right there with them, but like they tend to be more like edgy. That brand with like brighter colors, things like that. If you remember,
Yeah,
we
and
had
they
those.
looked weird because they came up kind of high on the waist.
You got Guess jeans. Remember that?
I don't know
Got
what kind of jeans.
right. You got to have a smart. If you had a smart mouth, you could get in trouble with those jeans. That's all I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Swatch watches, synchronized swatches.
Yeah, I had those. I remember that. But do you think I was talking to somebody today, like we're looking at, one of the things we run into when we're cleaning houses and stuff is like things from the 90s a lot, right? And we're talking about is that gonna be the next thing? And I think it is. I think like it kind of already is, but like we haven't gotten to like to be real, we haven't gotten to like Full House. All right. That's when you get to the 90s, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Full House. As soon as we have like Carlton sweaters and stuff, like then we're probably all the way
Dun,
back.
dun, 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 dun. Trying
Right.
to do the Carlton dance. Sorry.
No, I know. Like I bet you probably could do I that might get me to visit the car if you could do the car.
Well, it's going to have to wait probably at least 6 to 8 weeks.
Right. So what why don't you catch us up? What's the plan? When are you like out of commission and what's your recovery plan? When do you plan to be back here?
Okay. I go in Friday morning. The nurse wasn't really necessarily supposed to peep into there, but she peeped into there. I am scheduled for surgery, the first one scheduled for the day for that doctor, I guess. So I'm probably going to have surgery Friday morning around 7:30 in the morning. I'm having bypass surgery. And as far as I know, it's single bypass. That's what I understood the doctor to say to me, because I do have some other blockage in there, but not as bad as my widowmaker. So if it's just a single bypass, the surgery should take about 2 hours, give or take. And then I'll be in ICU probably until Saturday, unless they don't have a bed for me, because there are two wings in there in the hospital two floors that have a cardiac rehab unit. And sometimes patients stay in ICU a day or so longer because they don't have a bed available on the other floors. But I'll be in ICU till Saturday for sure.
Okay.
And just because I stay an extra day doesn't necessarily mean that anything is wrong. It could, like I said, they told me it just could be that they don't have a bed for me. And they figure I think the nurse said 5 to 7 days, or maybe it was 4 to 5 days. I don't remember. I'm sure my wife will give me the correct figure if she can remember. But the chances of me being home for next week's show are slim and none. And Slim just walked out a while ago. So next week, I'm leaving it in your very capable hands. And we will also have a guest co-host next week, Mr. Kevin Pitts of Wood Pit Candles, because we're not just candles anymore.
Right. No, that's
or
cool.
more
I actually
candles, whatever.
I did. I told you I got some of their candles. I have the Woodwick. I don't know which one it is, Man Cave or something like that. We're in the basement, so might as well be, right?
Yeah. Okay, she's saying 7, so it's 5 to 7 days. I could be in the hospital.
Okay. Well, you're gonna keep me updated as well.
Oh, definitely. You're on the list. In fact, I think my wife is probably going to send out a group text message to the family, which you are part of the family.
All right.
Dagan, part of the family. You know, we got a small family, but you know, we all have hairy faces. Tell we're related. But yeah, she will do updates. The nurse told us today that when I check in, they take me down, prep me for surgery, and then my wife and one other person. I can have 2 people. Yes, you're on the list, Dagan. And you are on the list. When she checks in, when they start, they typically do updates every hour. And the nurse told us that if it's like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half and nobody's said anything, to talk to the lady that they register with downstairs, and she will call the operating room and put my wife on speakerphone. I'm like, damn, that's pretty serious. But yeah, there is a possibility that I may be going to inpatient rehab afterwards. I don't know yet. I have no dealings with heart surgery, so I know nothing about nothing. I'm just not really concerned about it because I know it's not Allstate, but I know I'm in good hands. And I got nothing to fear. I've been through much worse. This is going to be a walk in the park as far as I'm concerned.
I think, and you should see some quality of life improvement.
That's what I'm hoping, man.
It's feeling better, right?
Yeah. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ellie. Yeah, the doctor had told me, he said that, the first 3 days, you're not going to feel anything. I'm guessing he means first 3 days after surgery. But he said after that, you'll start noticing a difference in how much better you feel. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel like I'm unwell, but I'm told that I could feel better than this. Who knew? I just thought I was getting old. That's all.
Life throws those tough challenges at you, but there's a lesson in it and there's a new direction after it, I think.
Yep. And well, I don't know about how much of the lesson is for me as it is for everyone else. Today, Carla started filming a series that we're going to do on from start to finish on my open heart surgery. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of editing that's going to have to be done because we film both with phones, with camera glasses. We're covering all bases. and she filmed the entire meeting with the cardiac nurse, giving us our instructions and review and everything. So we're gonna have a little video series, and hopefully it'll help anybody who's about to have surgery or having surgery, and if nothing else, it'll take the fear out of it because I've been through brain surgery. I don't have much else to fear. That
that
didn't rob me of too much.
I love that you're doing that. You're doing it on video. Like that's kind of you're like me. You're a guy like me. Like sometimes we maybe say a little too much, but it's like therapeutic to put it out there in video or to say it in a live stream and to get things moving on and stuff like that. I don't know. Like last week, I had my thing, and I guess I don't even really remember what it went into, but it was enough to where I didn't even go back and watch the show again because I didn't want to. But just to jump to that thing that I talked about that happened, like as far as all those people involved, all those girls, I get to decide what happens. Like, and I decided that they're gonna still be my friends. I feel like they got carried away, and there were multiple guys that wanted to see that happen to me. And we can all get together and hate them. And those guys, and they know who they are. And Dan wasn't involved in, but that guy had his own little scheme that he was planning. He can never think of me. That's the only thing I ever want from him. Don't think of me.
Well, and it seemed like you I don't know if you did, but you looked and sounded like you felt better after you got it off your chest.
For sure.
And
I mean, that's a thing to carry. But like I said, those girls are my friends. I get to pick, and I don't judge women for things like that. And they got carried away.
yeah. And just remember, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but it's not polite to pick your friend's nose. I'm not going to say you can't do it. It's not polite.
It makes you think about it does. Friends are like I'm very picky now, and I think I like my new job. I'm really like heavy. Like it's the first job I've had, I think since like maybe when Coles was kind of like it, but Coles was really busy, very busy. But we have a good time. We work the whole time, but there isn't a moment we're not giving shit to each other too. I guess I really needed that. It was like the next thing for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we were here to be supportive and to provide you with an outlet for that, because whether you like it or not, you are surrounded by friends who I consider family.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by family, and we may be a band of misfit toys, but we still play together really well. And hey, what's up there, G. Lou? And what's up, Ricks? I saw you up there. How you doing there, Josh? And
Gary's in the house.
Yes, he's hanging low and to the left.
Gary was there from like the first mayor moment all the way to where the mayor. I think the mayor's kind of like not a guy anymore after like as we kind of unveil like the reasons I left and all that. You can kind of see why I was hesitant to go back to that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's all up in the air. It doesn't really even matter. Like what is it? Who cares? But I think it was good to talk about it. And this is like you said, there were 7 people watching last week. So like this is maybe more for us than anybody, right?
Yeah. And there's 8 this week.
All right.
Over here. And then we've got another one on TikTok. Chelsea, my moderator, over on TikTok. And don't know how many people are going to see the replays, but bottom line, I'm going to use my standard line. I said what I said.
Right.
You said what you said. You said what you needed to say. We're done. We built the bridge and we got the heck over it.
You bet.
And I'm glad to see you on the other side.
So one thing I don't know if I mentioned, like something maybe we should do is like I think we should tell each other things that we don't know, that you might not know about me and I might not know about you. You know, like just a guy, like a get to know you kind of thing, right? So do you want to throw some of those back? Who's mayor? I don't see. There we go. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. If I was to tell you something that I don't know about you, how am I going to tell you something I don't know about you if I don't know
okay.
it?
How about like this? How about you tell me? I'd be like, did you know that I was in musicals in high school? Did you know that?
No, I did not.
See, that's how you do it. I was in Oklahoma and a couple others, Leader of the Pack, and then I was Charlie Brown in Your Good Man Charlie Brown. Did you know that?
I never knew Charlie Brown had a beard.
He did not at the time. Beards were illegal in 7th grade, except for like 2 dudes.
Well, in really in seventh grade. See, I went to Catholic school. Everybody had to be clean shaved, but that was in the handbook for the high school students. It wasn't for junior high, so I would purposely show up at school with the major 5 o'clock shadow just to piss off the upperclassmen.
I was thinking about like beards, and you ever think about religions that like kind of lean towards a clean shaven man versus a guy with a beard, and then, you know, and then there's like other religions where everybody has a beard and some don't. What do you think of that? Do you think that a religion should have like disallow guys with beards? What do you think of that?
No,
No.
I think having a beard makes us more distinguished. And yeah, I agree with the Moonbeam. We should have a funeral for the mayor. It could be therapeutic. Fun.
I think that he just died a little bit earlier than Dan planned, and that's all that happened. That's all that was. He, you know, never had any intentions of raising someone up. It was more of a like trying to take just what could he get? Like I was as limited as what I could do well that benefited him. Because if I did it well, but it didn't benefit him, it wasn't worth anything. In fact, it was detrimental. And then there's several cases where like he would pull me away. He didn't want to talk to females, you know, things like that. It's like crazy. But when I think about it over and over again, there's the same pattern. So I think like as far as a religion goes, let's say you had a religion that didn't allow beards at all, right? And there are some that don't. I would think maybe if you put rules on your females, you could give restrictions to your males too, but you could also give them some wiggle room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
I
all
think,
the women had to shave their legs.
I don't know about that. I don't think you even need to know that about the women in the church. It's not what you're thinking about when you're there. It shouldn't be. But I just think it could go both ways as far as like a little flexibility. I know of a religion or two that doesn't allow like facial hair, and I think maybe it would be more like smart to say long facial hair, longer than 3 inches, something like that. I don't know. It seems exclusive.
Yep. And, you know, that's a good point, G. Jesus had a beard. So,
He did.
Yeah. Can't exclude him.
His was pretty long. His was longer.
Longer than mine?
Longer than mine, too. Yeah. Well, not longer than yours. Somewhere in between.
Yeah. Well, my wife wants me to let you know that I had a nickname before Bayou, long before Bayou was even thought of.
I had some nicknames too. All right, so yeah, tell me your nickname. What was your old nickname?
I had a nickname since I was 10 years old, and it was Bull.
Bull?
Bull, Bull.
All right.
And
I
it
like
was a football nickname. And then, of course, in high school, that was my football nickname. When it was baseball season, my nickname was Butch. Why? I don't know, but just one of the guys I went to school with, he was a year behind me. His nickname was Duke, and he called me Butch when it was baseball season. And now the funny thing about it is he played football and baseball with us. When it was football season, he was my holder. I was the kicker, kicking extra points after touchdowns and stuff. He was my holder. And like, come on, Bull, let's go. And as soon as football season was over, hey, Butch, what's going on?
Did you how many field goals would you put up in like a season? Did you like your senior year?
None.
0 potatoes.
No, didn't even attempt any field goals, but
Extra points.
I kicked a few extra points. Now, my senior year, I blew out my left knee, so I don't remember if I did any kicking my senior year because I blew out my left knee in like the third or fourth game of the season.
So would like bull apply to you now? As far as like maybe a bull in China shop, you break things, anything like that? Or does it
Severely.
all right. That does not sound like a bull.
Go try to milk one and you'll find out.
No, sir.
Yeah, I saw a T-shirt that said that that had on it, if there's no such thing as gender or something like that, try getting eggs from a rooster, or try getting milk from a bull. See what happens. Don't know why that had dropped in, but it just happened. And
how did we get to this topic? I don't know.
Yeah, and G says he thinks Moses had a beard too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moses had a beard too.
I just have to bring that up. I'm thinking about I like to read. I don't actually read, so don't. My mom's always like, you don't read, you listen to books. But I do. I listen to audiobooks all the time. And I'm listening to one now, and it's just making me think about maybe a religion that could do better with a little bit more flexibility. I don't know.
I'm not real big on religions. Religion is man-made, which means it is flawed because it is man-made, because we are all flawed creatures. But I believe in spirituality.
Okay.
And I believe in God. And yep, Dagan's a bull in a china shop. So am I. As Moonbeam said, plowed through everything. But yeah, I don't care that much for formalized religion because of that. Because everybody thinks that their religion is the best. You know,
Okay.
We know so much more than they do. Or they wear these funny hats. Oh no, they can't. They don't actually believe in God because they drink alcohol. Dude, who in the Bible didn't drink wine? Everybody did. Even Jesus himself. He turned water to wine.
He can literally make it, right? He's just like,
yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought as far as that goes. You were
And Dagan with his dad joke.
What's he got?
Yeah. What do you call a guy that tells dad jokes and has no kids? A faux pas?
Haha.
Yes. And I got to go back. Dagan, remind me next time we talk to share a new dad joke with you. Chat GPT told me one night before last as I was working on computers, plural, my desktop and my laptop.
No, you were talking about religion, and I personally, I like to be connected to a church, and then we don't have to go back to this, but I just want to follow. That's what I lost my train of thought. The train came back around, and it said Steve's looking at different religions, like not like some type of Christianity, but like maybe not Presbyterian, maybe something different, something that fits my life better, or what my life looks like it's shaping up to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's important. I don't know if you knew this, but I went to church every Sunday for the last like 2.5 years by myself. No kid, like my kids, they don't want to sit by me, but like that's what I'm talking about. Like it was part of my, like, it was a good grounding part of my routine. But then things have changed in my life, and I'm probably gonna not be part of that church anymore. And I just don't like know which official direction to go, except that I have a person working on it, and I also am sure it's gonna be like a Christian branch. I think.
I would hope so, because I don't think you'd make a very good Muslim.
You never know. I guess I shouldn't rule out anything, but like, that's one thing. Is I think religion and belief in something higher than you, and the idea that that you're always being watched is like the most important thing, and then everything else falls in place after it. So it's a big search for me.
Sorry, y'all. My backpack was under my desk and kept getting under my feet or on my feet, and then it was bugging me. Sorry. But for instance, I grew up Catholic, very devout Catholic family, Catholic school, and nowadays I like to say we're masquerading as Methodists. We go to a Methodist church because I like it there. We both like it there. We love the people there. We love the pastor. They got a new pastor. He's part of the reason we joined this particular church. We had started going, just feeling it out, and felt very welcome at home there. And the Bible says we are created to worship, and we are created for community. And you shouldn't worship alone. You don't have to. You can, but you shouldn't have to. We're created for fellowship, because in the very first book of the Bible, in Genesis, God decided that man should not be alone. So he created all the creatures of the sky and of the earth and in the sea, yada, yada, yada. But he still was still lonely. So he decided that man needed a partner. And on the 8th day, God created the remote control, and we have been stuck ever since.
I don't think that's who it was. I think it was somebody else.
Well, I had to lighten the mood a little bit. We were getting too serious. But yeah, G is always watching. You talking about God, or you talking about Gary?
Maybe both.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
without a doubt.
what kind of food can you eat after your surgery? Will you be encouraged to eat? Do you know, or are you going to be on a restricted diet?
Well, I'm not sure how many hours, but the first so many hours, probably 24, my luck, it'll be liquids just to make sure that I can swallow properly. And then I'll get back onto solid foods once they determine, because that I'm gonna wake up with a tube down my throat. I was really looking forward for that.
But you can give thumbs up and stuff that way, right? And they can
Yeah, thumbs up, and I'll wave other fingers too. And yeah, I agree with you, Dave. Don't care if you believe in God or not. Well, I kind of care, but I want you to be a good person and not use religion for. No, I'm not going to hate you because of my religion. I'm going to hate you because you're mean to me. Actually, no, I won't hate you. I don't hate anybody. I dislike people immensely, but I still love them. Jesus called us to love everyone. Nah, he didn't say that we didn't have to tolerate a bunch of you knuckleheads, that y'all weren't some stupid people out there that don't deserve the time of day. But hey, I love you.
I always feel like
I want to kill you.
Like, I always think when I read the Bible, I always thought he meant with love everybody and I'll take care of it. And I think from what I've seen, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it does say that. I don't remember exactly where, but it does say that in the Bible, that vengeance shall be mine, saith the Lord. So, as much as I want to see somebody get what they deserve, I shouldn't have that attitude.
Yes, sir.
And not serious, but deep. Depth is so much better than surface level. Yep. And yeah, just like Ellie says, love the sinner, not the sin. Or as William Shakespeare said, condemn the fault and not the actor of it. If for those of you who like Shakespeare and stuff and read and stuff, Steve and I, we kind of read. Well, he listens to books. I got to find out after the stream offline, where are you getting your books and what you're listening on and all that kind of stuff?
Oh man, why not off the stream? We should talk about it. I'm always listening to books. I sometimes I go back to old ones that I love. My favorite series of fiction is the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, the Gunslinger series. It's 7 books. They're that big, huge.
Wow.
You guys can see the books that we like to read. Mom, And I think I've read them 12 times.
Well, not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
Shade, we have not seen you in a hot minute. How the heck are you, brother?
How's it
Good
going,
to see
Shade?
you.
It has been a while.
Yep. He's been laying low, I understand, and he's been hanging out in Texas, from what I've heard. Little birdie told me. But yeah, well, I read. I blame my mother for this because my mother was a very, very avid reader. So I don't consider there to be any such thing as a bad book. There are just some books that don't interest me near as much as others. So I read pretty much anything, but I do have favorites. And I've been looking into the audio books, especially with surgery coming up, uh, because the 10 pounds, 10 weeks is what the nurse told me. I can't lift anything over 10 pounds for 10 weeks. And then, like, right after surgery, they don't want me lifting anything over 5 pounds for like the first 2 weeks, I think, or something like that.
So
And
they're
not
just saying just lay in bed.
well, they got to teach me how to get up out of bed without pushing down or anything. Yeah, or pulling myself up. Or
They'll show you. Don't.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so, there's going to be a way. There's probably a YouTube video if you really care, if you're worried about it.
And if there isn't, I'm sure my wife's going to film one in our series, our biography. Yeah, Shade's in a swamp with prehistoric bugs. I don't want to see the bugs. I'm good. If it's anything like what they have out in Australia, I'm gonna stay the hell away.
What, do Australia have extra special bugs?
Dude, Australia has spiders that
Everything.
are so big you got to use a pistol to kill them.
Is that the wolf spider or bigger than that?
I don't know what they're called. I just know that they got things over there that'll just, yeah, they scare me.
Well, we got you next week. I thought I'd be truthful. Like 3 times I was gonna text you this week and be like, what if we just skip when you're out? But I think you're right. I need to try. Maybe like Wednesday or Thursday you'll teach me. I don't know. I don't love trying new things. But then like people will just say something to me and I'll just go that way. Do you know what I mean? I have like this routine and I like to only like change one thing at a time. But and you throwing that at me, I just got a new job like a month and a half ago. What are you doing? But we'll be okay. I'm being dramatic. But I think if it made you feel better and I can do that for you, then we're gonna do it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it'll be great for you. And you're back in the fold, our fold this time, the proper fold.
Right.
You're back where you belong. And I think it's time that you need to have a little more growth. And it's not like I'm throwing you to the wolves because Kevin's going to be here with you next week.
No, you're right. I'll probably plan some things to talk about actually.
Well, that's good.
Try to.
Yep. And Kevin may or may not discuss upcoming products that he's going to be introducing, but we've been testing one particular product, and then I don't know if it was his idea or not, but I know that my wife wanted to get some of his well, I can't really talk about it, but she had an idea that she wanted to do something with his scents, and he's doing it, and it's like, wow, pretty cool, man. I told him about it, so I don't know if he's going to give her credit for that or if he had already had it in mind, but he's got some stuff in the works, and at some point Kevin's gonna have to quit his day job because he's gonna blow up, dude. I'm telling you, he's gonna blow up.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna try this this natural deodorant as I sweat. Okay, I won't get any more into it. Let me be more general. My job is very smelly. And I am part of that smell, proudly, right? So let's see. Well, stay tuned.
Yeah, and newsflash for those of you who haven't heard, for those of you who do or don't care, um, you guys remember a few years back, Jolly Old Fat Man Beard Care. You may not have heard of him, but there's some. I know Dagan's heard of him. Shade may or may not have heard of him. I'm not sure. Bam is the guy's name. Well, he went out of business 2-3 years ago, but he gave away some of his scents and sold some of them, and so on and so forth. Well, Jay's Beard Essentials is supposed to be coming out with Jolly Old Fat Man's exotic blends, and don't know what scents he's gonna have. Bams did a live on Instagram yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, I don't remember, and announcing that they were going to do that. And he said that he's been finding he just moved. They got a new house, moved like 25 miles away from where they were before, or something or other like that. And he was finding, Rick, you still have some products. Hey man, I just used the last of my Boundless beard oil. But anyway, Van was saying the cabinet that he had his supplies stored in, he had post-it notes on the inside with some of the recipes and the proportions and everything in there. So as he's finding all of his notes, he's got for sure Jay's going to be bringing some of his stuff back. And he said that was somebody else. I think maybe Daniel with Grindstone had a few of his scents. And then I also know for those of you who were fans of American Classic Beard Company, I do know that several of their scents have been acquired by the Bearded Mac is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Alley Cat is going to be another one.
So let me ask you this: how many active, well, let's call them within the micro niche beard oil companies are there right now? Maybe 20, 15 that are like, you could go to the website right now and buy it, or would you say there's more that are being like, because it astounded me how like it was like a conveyor belt of these guys that would give the small business loan and start a company. And mine would be about nights, and mine's gonna be about states, and mine's gonna be about soup brands, and mine's gonna be about musicals, and mine's gonna be all the Simpsons, and it was like no one ever said anything the whole time I was doing it, but it was like the same business opened up 40 times in my years there. Now, what's up with that? Is it different now? Like it's all the same product. They do feel different, but how many times can you like loan people money to start the same loan, like to do the same business over before somebody's like, like maybe who's really benefiting from that? The only person,
the banks,
well, the only person that's benefiting is the one that gets a piece every Monday.
Yeah, well, if he's getting cut in on it, but it's the banks that are making all this money off of it because they're loaning the money with interest, and
whoever's loaning the money, right?
Yeah, and as far as for a number, I couldn't put a number on it because for every small batch company you have probably about 2 or 3 micro batch companies. And I learned that there's a difference between small batch and micro batch. I think we'll take Woodpit, for instance. I think Kevin considers himself to be kind of micro batch because his batches they're bigger than just made to order. He does keep a little bit of inventory on hand, but not a whole lot. So he's kind of in between, but micro batch typically is, you would be micro batch. Because if I call you up and say, hey, Steve, look, I need a beard wash and conditioner and a butter and oil combo in blah, 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 blah scent. okay, you would go and you would actually make those products. Well, shoot, that's micro batch.
I just don't know how you make a profit doing that. Like by the time you ship it, is it possible?
It is possible. The more sales you do, the more you make. But yeah, Shade spent his own money and
Yeah.
he put quite a bit into it. But
And I hope you still have it. And I don't let's not even get into that.
yeah, and I don't know that he broke even because to break even in that industry, it depends on how big you go. I guess would really be what it would come down to because your profit margin. I don't think unless you're charging an absorbent amount per product, the profit margin is not that big. But the more you sell, the more you make, and you
Well,
know,
the cost is in. It's not even in the oil, but there is cost. There's the shipping. It's getting the product to them.
labeling, packaging,
Labeling,
yeah,
labor.
yeah. Well, labor is typically free for your small batch companies because it's typically
Right,
somebody and
until
their
that dude
wife.
runs out until that dude runs out of energy or money or does something that someone doesn't like. Those are the three ways you
Yeah,
and then you messed up and you didn't have the initiative and your company failed. How many times can I see that before it's like, see,
yeah,
it happens to every single one of them.
yeah. Well, like Dagan says, some micro batch do it just because they like doing it and not looking to make it big. But at some point, you kind of really want to have some type of return on your investment. If you invested in, and yeah, you knew a few of those in the past when you were doing beard content. Yeah, I've known some guys like that also. But eventually, you can only spend so much money before you need to start bringing a little bit in. Otherwise, it gets to be an expensive hobby.
Right, and that's the thing is like whether just opening up, buying the bottles, buying the other the mix it's the oils, right? So that you can do your own blend and then get the back and forth of getting the approval. Being some guys were told like you need to do the emu oil. That's what we don't have, and then their whole company was on that oil, and it flopped because emu oil is kind of like maybe once in a while, right?
Yeah,
Some people do it well, but like that's if I had lost money like that and I had been like pigeonholed into one thing, I'd be upset.
Yeah. Well, I know you didn't go out of business, Shade. You closed it on purpose. But there are some guys that got put under, went under, got put under. And in my personal opinion, I haven't been in the beard industry or the beard reviews or any of that stuff that long. But from what I saw, the whole bird oil thing was a fad. I'm not going to say everybody and their mama did it, but everybody who was trying to make a quick buck did.
Mm.
And then, you know, a year down the road, oh, well, you just marketed it wrong or
There were
you didn't do it right.
there's some that I liked. But I liked Magic City. They have like I don't know if they're still, but they had a really good soft beard oil. But I would only use like once a week. I find it just is too soft to do every day. Too soft thing. I don't want to be a super fluffy beard guy. I can't.
I am.
I know.
Hey, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
My dirty job's going well, by the way. I'm really liking it. I'm not gonna wear that belt though. If anybody trying to lobby me, I had like like one day my back was sore, but I just carried a couch wrong, right? And then but I don't want to wear the belt. It's just too sweaty. So
Yeah.
there.
Yep. Oh, and speak of one of our devils, Kevin says that bird oils were a fab. There are better alternatives. There are also cheaper alternatives. But yeah, we thought you might join us tonight, Kevin, but I know you were getting your grill ready. And of course, before the show, I wasn't slaving away at my desk like I was thinking about doing. I was busy at Taco Tuesday. I needed to have a good last meal, our last good meal before surgery, because they cut me off at midnight Thursday night. I can't, so I got to like gorge myself up
Well, it
until
sounds
then.
like a series of last meals is what you're really talking about here.
Hey man, I'm not one of those kind of people who eat to live. I live to eat. And there's no denying that, no doubt about it. But yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But
I love it.
yep. But that like you said, and like I said, like we all said, there's some people who got into it just because they wanted. Hell, I know guys who got into it because they didn't like what was on the market at the time. And if you have not been exposed to the small and or micro batch market, you're gonna think that all right, Dagan, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it, brother. Uh if you haven't been exposed to that market, if all you ever known was drugstore and big box store products, well, you're going to think that there's nothing but crap in the industry. And I'm not knocking any of the big box companies because some of them are still actually halfway decent. But, they all started, well, most of them started out being small batch, smaller micro batch, and then they just got popular. But, as a lot of the places, a lot of companies, the bigger they got, the less they cared about the quality.
I don't know. Yeah. They're the smaller bottles you get they're nicer. There's some of the brands are it's just it's like a pleasant thing to have once in a while, right? But like the Duke Cannon's fine with me most of the time. But it can dry out in the summer a little bit, for sure, to me.
It dried the heck out of my beard, and that's why I won't use it again because I didn't at the time when I first. That's when I first got into products, and I thought it was all about the smell, and I just love that Buffalo Trace Kentucky bourbon scent that they do. I buy the soap. I bought the beard oil. I bought the beard balm, the beard wash, uh, the soap, the thick shower gel, body wash, whatever you want to call it. I got anything that was in that scent. I bought it and didn't realize until I started using some small batch products that my beard could be nice and soft and creamy and dreamy and
Well,
make me have all warm hearts and
I
purple
think
horseshoes.
dreamy is your word, but we're gonna let it go because we can't go back.
Okay.
No, it's I think I'll always be a shorter beard guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now Shade says he doesn't understand why Duke had a decent blend. Then they put silica in it. I was like, why? To
Is that
stretch it out.
is that when did they do that? Did they like does that fatten out the product so you can make more in a bottle?
Yep.
It's plastic, right? Silica?
Yeah, it is.
Is that why the product didn't seem as good as it
That's
used to?
exactly why. That's
Oh,
exactly
okay.
why. Because silica can dry out anything and everything. Excuse me while I'm digging.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Still got
Bunch of it.
about half a bottle of it because it dries out. Yeah. And
Hey. We're at an hour, man, already. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can, because the conversation has been good.
It
We didn't
has.
have any coffee this time.
That's all right.
That's my producer. What can I say? But as Shade says,
Wait,
from the
your
the
producer
gate,
was in
it's
helping the chat, right?
yeah, from the gate it's silicone, and yeah, the silica in it stretches things out, yes, but it'll dry out, especially a beard like mine. I've got
Uh-huh.
a gray wiry beard. It'll dry it out in a heartbeat. And Romy, you ain't right. I know you. Silica gels are quite tasty. I love when I get those as a bonus in my order. You ain't right, Ball. You ain't right at all. But now that you think about it, silica, that's what they put in the bottles of medication, in the big jumbo bottles. That's what they pack with your shoes and the little packets. Do not eat. That's silica that's in there. Didn't know if you were aware of that.
Yeah. I do. I didn't know that part.
But anywho, no, that's not what I'm laughing about. It's no. It was supposed to be text to Ollie. Yeah, I didn't post this up on the screen, but my wife had an intrusive thought, and I'm just gonna leave that alone.
That happens.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we're gonna bid everybody a super great week. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by. We do appreciate everybody. All right. Just hold them in my cheek. I don't know. Actually swallow them. Okay. Yay! And Shade says silica is a fake beard softener, but they had a decent blend. They should have cut it out. Yeah. Well, there's a lot that happened when DC got bought out by whomever owns it now, and they started cutting a lot of corners. Yep. But anywho, want to thank everybody for coming growl with us tonight. I want to thank you, Steve, for being my faithful co-host. And next week, you guys tune in next week. You got to come and check it out. I might even make an appearance if I'm not or anything.
Even if you are, we want that. No, we want you to get better.
At the worst, I'm going to be watching, and I'll be taking notes.
Better. You got it.
So, okay, everybody, have a super great week. And any final words?
Nope. Peace.
Okay. Well, all right, Nicholas Z. All right, y'all. Be kind. Everyone's fighting their own battle. They'll never say a word, but it's happening. It's going on inside the head. And smile or hello, opening a door for somebody. A little small random acts of kindness could mean so much to somebody. It could mean the world to them. Matter of fact, it could mean their lives. So be nice to each other because you deserve it. And come back and see us again next week. You know why? It's not a trend. It's a lifestyle.